Every single night, your brain throws this wild, sometimes totally weird, sometimes hilarious movie party right inside your head. So what's the deal with that? Let's dive into some of the coolest ideas science has to explain it.
I mean, seriously, who hasn't had that one? You're just drifting off and then bam, that sudden jolt like you're falling. Or maybe you've had that amazing, freeing feeling of just soaring through the sky. It's these kinds of super weird but totally common experiences that make you wonder, what is going on? And oh, trust me, it gets so much weirder. Our brains just cook up the wildest stuff, like having a full-on deep conversation with a cat, or that absolute classic anxiety dream of showing up to school in your underwear. And yep, sometimes you're just a dancing banana. So why does this happen? Well, that leads us right into our first big theory. Okay, so theory number one. Just picture your brain like a really messy desk at the end of a long day. This theory suggests that dreaming is basically your brain's way of doing some serious spring cleaning.
So what's really going on here is that your brain isn't just playing random movies for you. Nope, it's actually getting organized. It's sifting through all the chaos of your day and making a crucial decision. What's important enough to keep, and what's just junk that we can toss out.
It's kind of like your brain has two completely different jobs. During the day, it's in full-on collection mode, right? It's just grabbing millions of files, sights, sounds, feelings, you name it. But when you go to sleep, it flips a switch. It becomes this super efficient organizer, wading through all that chaos and putting everything in its proper place.
And here's pretty much how that whole spring cleaning process works. First, your brain spends the entire day just gathering info. Then, when you're dreaming, it gets to work sorting through all those files. It's throwing out the useless stuff, like what you ate for lunch 3 Tuesdays ago, and carefully filing away the really important memories for later.
Okay, so that's one idea. Your brain is cleaning up the past, but what if dreams are also about preparing for the future? That brings us right to theory number two, dreams as your own personal simulator. Think of it like a video game simulator. Your brain is letting you run through all these intense or scary situations, but you're totally safe because you're just asleep in your bed. It's like a free rehearsal space for all the challenges life might throw at you. So what exactly is your brain training you for? Well, remember that dream where you're falling? That could just be your brain practicing how to handle fear. Got a big test or a game coming up? If you dream about it, that might actually be your mind running through all the plays and answers, getting you ready for the real thing.
I love this because it just sums it up perfectly. It really is like a free training mode for real life. It's like having your own personal, built-in virtual reality system that helps you prepare for whatever's coming next. Pretty cool, right?
All right, so we've got the brain as an organizer and the brain as a trainer, but what if it's also a complete and total mad scientist? This brings us to our third theory, and this one is all about creativity. The idea here is that when you fall asleep, your brain just kinda throws logic right out the window. It starts smashing random ideas together, making connections you would never think to make when you're awake. And sometimes, that chaos can lead to some incredible, brilliant breakthroughs. And that's why dreams can be so fantastically weird. Your brain is just playing, mixing, and matching all these unrelated thoughts. And yeah, cats driving cars probably isn't a world-changing idea, but this exact same process is how people have woken up with the solution to a complex problem or even the lyrics to a hit song. Okay, but this all begs a massive question, doesn't it? If our dreams are doing all this super important work, organizing, training, creating, then why on earth can't we remember them? It's so strange when you think about it. You can have this incredibly vivid, emotional, totally real experience, and then you open your eyes, and within minutes, poof, it just vanishes, like smoke. You might be left with just a vague feeling or one single weird image, and that's it.
And you hear this all the time, right? What about those people? And hey, maybe you're one of them who are absolutely convinced that they just don't dream. Is that actually possible?
The science is pretty clear. Nope, everyone dreams. People who claim they don't are just world-class champions at forgetting them. Part of the reason is that the brain chemicals you need to lock in long-term memories are way less active when you're sleeping. So by the time you wake up, the movie's already over. Even babies dream. In fact, they dream a lot.
So, with all these theories floating around, how should we think about our own dreams? Well, instead of just brushing them off as weird nonsense, you can actually become a detective of your own mind.
The next time you wake up and you can actually remember a little piece of a dream, try asking yourself these questions. Was my brain cleaning house? Was it trying to train me for something? Or was it just getting creative and having a party?
So whether our dreams are for cleaning or training or creating, or hey, maybe a little bit of all three, they're one of the coolest and most mysterious parts of being human. They show us that our brains are working incredibly hard, even when we're fast asleep. And that leaves me with just one final question for you. What's the weirdest dream you've ever had?